Hello and welcome to another episode of the FullTime15 Podcast. On this episode, we're reviewing, no, we're not, we're previewing, I should say, match day 12 of the Premier League, with games being highlighted by the North London Derby on Super Sunday. We've also got a Monday night game with Man United taking on Everton, and every other game in between we will be previewing on today's episode. As always, joined by my co-host Robin. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Sunny Friday, having my beer, ready for the podcast, and looking forward to the NLD as they so famously abbreviate it. So, yeah, how are
What can
you?
you ask for? Good. Yeah.
Can we just talk about the beer quickly, and then
Of course we can,
move
mate.
on to the
Whatever you like.
podcast? Yeah, cheers. So I've got the. I think it's. I actually think it's the. I don't know if you can see because I don't have a green screen. I'm not super duper professional, in that sense. So, however, it's the Budvar. I think it's the Czech
Mm.
equivalent to Budweiser,
Oh, I didn't
which
know that.
is
I was gonna
the
guess Czech,
famous.
but okay.
Yeah, I think maybe Budweiser took it from Budvar or the other way around. I don't know, but it's not Budweiser. It's like a Czech, type of Budweiser.
Let's have
So
a little. Let's have a little
better.
viewing for the YouTube video viewers. Let's see a little. Put it up.
Trying
Put
to.
it
Oh
against the
yeah,
body
there
there.
you go.
Perfect.
That is
Good
almost
stuff.
icy cold. Also, I don't. Something's wrong with the fridge there. So, yeah,
That's
it's. Please serve chill. Oh yeah, it's chilled. It is
that's
chilled.
another problem you got to deal with.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
one of the upsides of a too cold fridge, mate, is the beers taste fantastic.
yeah. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
What's your drink, mate?
Mine is
Oh, birra Moretti.
yes, beautiful, mate. Lovely
Perfect.
Italian.
Look, looks warm to me from here.
It's definitely not, mate. I don't know if you can see that, but
Well,
some serious condensation coming off that because it's very cold.
good. So cheers. Lovely Friday. Actually, podding
Oh,
earlier than usual. So
yeah, we're podding
a bit of
today
a
at
jump
8
start.
a.m.
So that's
breakfast beers. I think this is.
double B, as they call it, the breakfast beer. Okay, no, let's go ahead. Enough chit chatting. Yeah. So
Absolutely, mate. Where are we starting?
the 1:30 or 12:30, if you're in England, as you are actually, you happen to
Exactly.
be up in Oxford. Right. No. So we're doing the 1:30 game then. Burnley Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And for this one, I'm just expecting goals really. We've seen what Burnley has done. They are actually scoring goals. We've been on that in earlier podcasts as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I actually have a stat for you, which is out of Chelsea's 9 last away games,
Mm-hmm.
the last 8 of those 9 have returned two more over two and a half goals.
Over 2.5 goals in eight of
Yeah.
the last nine.
So my note is we've seen 8 of Chelsea's 9 away games this season to have returned over two and a half goals. So and as I said, Burnley are scoring goals,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but they are dipping in form. It seems like.
What was the one
But
one game? Uh, what was the one game that didn't produce that?
I have no idea.
When was it? Tottenham. Tottenham away.
Oh yeah, 1-0.
No, that was the one we were. It was a banker
Oh
for
yeah,
goals.
yeah. Oh yeah. Impressed you remember that. Oh, that's lovely. But even though Burnley
That was last week, wasn't it?
dipping in form, Chelsea still have Palmer out. Will miss the Arsenal game as well.
Yeah, news
By
this morning.
by
Yeah.
recent reports, yeah. So Palmer out, potentially also vital players like Enzo Fernandez and Pedro Neto.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
So
those.
that's very very interesting. Looking from a Burnley perspective.
Obviously, Obviously, Palmer's been injured for the last, I don't know, what it feels like
But now I think he broke his toe or something.
all season. Yeah, yeah. So he was supposed to be coming back this week,
Yeah,
and
it was
then
supposed to be. Yeah,
he was probably
yeah,
having a kickabout in his kitchen, and he's dinged his toe or something. But that's big for the Arsenal game, which we'll obviously go on to in next week's podcast. But for Burnley, the prospect of him coming back was, I suppose, a good thing that he's not now because he would have been involved. Enzo Fernandez is, I'm not sure. I think he's supposed to be okay. He is a doubt though.
yeah. And
Um,
Pedro Neto, I don't know if how sure that is, but it's just reports.
it
But
is.
anyway, all things considered, all these things considered, I'm just expecting a couple of goals. Maybe like a 3-1 Chelsea win, maybe, or like I don't know, because I Chelsea obviously is the best team here, so yeah, even though the international break came, very good time for Burnley since they lost to Everton, was it just before
West Ham.
West Ham? Sorry, yeah, West Ham. And that being said, I can't really see them taking anything
Hmm.
from Chelsea here. So
I mean,
that's Chelsea win at least. And results, I don't know.
uh, to be honest, as you were speaking, I was thinking, like, what am I going to go for? We started this predictions 2 match days ago, so we've done 2 rounds of match, predictions. 1-1 at the moment, currently in terms of between ourselves. Uh, and while you're speaking, I was thinking, yeah, 2-1 Chelsea, 3-1 possibly Chelsea. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking, the more I think about it, I think Burnley have only failed to score in the game against Arsenal and the game against Liverpool. Um, so for me, Chelsea are not very good defensively, as we can ascertain from the fact that there's been over 2.5 goals in 8 of the last 9 away games, and they've not been winning away games 3-0, 4-0. To score all the goals. So I personally think at Burnley, a lunchtime kickoff, I'm going to go for 2-2 in that one. And coincidentally, they drew 2-2 last season as well. So
Okay.
at
Well,
Bridge, obviously Burnley were in a championship then. It was in FA Cup or League Cup or whatever it was in. But um, I'm happy with that. Nice little early upset.
yeah, it's a lovely upset to kick off the weekend with. But I don't. 3-1 Chelsea for me.
3-1 Chelsea. That is what I think the score will probably likely be, but I like a little upset.
Yeah.
Never
I
back the
try.
gun.
I really try to find it, but I don't know.
I don't even, mate, but that's the beauty of the Premier League.
It is moving on then to Bournemouth, West Ham.
Bournemouth, West Ham.
Going down to the south coast, and obviously for West Ham, first of all, Bournemouth are looking to make amends from losing 4-0 away to Villa just before the international break, and I, from what I've heard, it didn't really looked as bad as 4-0.
Hmm.
It just happened to be 4-0, basically.
Those games do happen.
Yeah, but I feel though that they will feel that this is a must-win game for them. Just sort of to bounce back from what the
Hmm.
fuck happened away to Villa. 4-0, come on.
Yeah.
That sort of mentality. So, West Ham have scored actually 6 goals in their last 2 games. I don't know when that happened last. So, 1900 something, I bet. But now it seems like they have Paqueta out, or Paqueta, or
Oh,
Paqueta.
wait, is he missing?
Paqueta.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so. And Mavropanos
Okay.
as well. Fulkrug is probably leaving in January. He hasn't really played anyway. But it's just let's say just then 2.5 players missing then for West Ham.
Who was he? Who was the other player?
Fulkrug, that
No, no, not
striker,
him. Paquetá and
Mavropanos.
Mavropanos. Okay. Well, okay.
He's good offensively, in corners. He's needed that with his length. The old Arsenal man.
Greek god.
Yeah, he has that sort of. Yeah, he has that
Aura.
appearance. Yeah.
Funny game, this one. Like, if this was, 3 weeks ago or 3 match days ago, this would be
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a clear home win. And it's kind of almost roles reversed coming into this one now, with Bournemouth losing their last two, West Ham winning their last two. That being said, I still feel like Bournemouth are too strong for West Ham. But again,
Would you say that let's just let's say that they would have Semenyo out, for instance? Would
who
you
is
would
a
you still
doubt,
go?
isn't he?
I don't know.
I
I haven't
think he is.
read
I think he
actually,
is
but
actually a doubt. Semenyo is a doubt.
all right. So let's just say that he's not playing. Would you still back Bournemouth?
Mm, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Purely on the basis of, I think, that they've got a few good wide players. They've got Cliver, who has been missing for large parts of the season, come back in the last 2 or 3 games. I think, obviously not really impacted considering they've lost the last two, but he's a fantastic player. Obviously, was on flames last season where he scored a hat-trick.
Yeah. Remember.
I think it was at St James's Park. But I know that there's a rejuvenated West Ham side now. Confidence will be high. They'll be keen to get back to the club after their little internationals. There's a bit of a buzz about the place now.
Yeah, and that might actually, then going away straight after the international break, thinking like you're gonna have the same sort of feel
hmm
with the club that you had just before the international break, and then going away straight away to down to Bournemouth. Not a long trip actually. So that speaks for them. But yeah, it's a dangerous place for them at this moment to
Yeah.
go. So not really sure. Just want to mention the stakes, the
hmm
odds for West Ham, 5.4 on the decimal system.
5.4. Okay.
Yeah, so that's very, it's absolutely worth a little something to,
Good value.
yeah, very, very good value. And, even though we might lean towards Bournemouth here, it's still very bettable, with
Yeah, I think
5.4.
a double chance would be a good coverage for this one.
Yeah,
As much as I say that I think Bournemouth are too strong for West Ham.
I'm
The
going
way
for West
West
Ham
Ham
win.
have been playing, the way Bournemouth have been playing, the way any game can go in terms of,
Hmm.
the game state could be completely flipped on its head 25 minutes in if there's a red card for
Yeah, sure. Whatever can happen. Yeah, sure.
So
So, what do you reckon?
uh, I'm gonna go with a. Actually, do you know what? As much as what I've just said, I'm just
Oh no. It's he's turning around.
as much as I've just said what I've said. Looking at their last matches, right? Bournemouth 4-0 Villa. Yeah, we obviously can say that maybe it wasn't a 4-0 game, but 4-0
From
Villa.
what I've heard, I don't know. Yeah.
Man City 3-1. Okay, they
hmm
beat Forest 2-0 at home, but that, by all intents and purposes, was a very even game. Forest missed a chance there. Palace away 3-3. They were cruising, and then they pressed the bloody self-destruct button and
Lost it in like the 97th minute or so, wasn't
yeah.
it?
So the last 4 games, they've not exactly been very
No,
convincing.
it hasn't. So,
Um,
I'm telling you, mate, 5.4. Yeah.
so for that reason,
You were just leaning towards Bournemouth. Yeah, come on,
I thought,
go on.
and this is such a. Okay, no, screw it. 2-1 Bournemouth.
1-0 West Ham.
2-1 Bournemouth. 1-0 West Ham. Fantastic.
Just
Now
hang on
considered an upset.
one bloody second, please. Sluta skrika, Kasper!
That is staying in. That is staying in.
Okay.
Well, that
But you come home from school and you just go. Okay.
I literally just wanted to tell the viewers that was your 1-year-old son, but
No, it wasn't. It was his half brother.
You spoiled that.
Half brother. Yeah. Well,
you spoiled that now. But yeah, 2-1 Bournemouth. You've gone 1-0 West Ham. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Do not mind that one.
let's put in a little asterisk there for West Ham.
Beautiful.
So we don't forget to do a little bet on them there. Right, moving on then.
Mm-hmm.
Staying on the west coast, fucking hell, on the south coast. Brighton, Brentford.
They're very close to the West Coast. No, they're not. They're very close to the East Coast.
Not really. Well, it depends on how you see it. Turn the world around. Or just anyway. Brighton, Brentford is somewhat of a similar game, to Bournemouth, West Ham. London team just going down to the south coast.
Make a day of it at the beach.
Yeah, sure. A gay day at the beach. Anyway.
Old news that. Respect the Brighton folk.
I fucking love Brighton.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm just saying it's the gay capital of the world, right? Of Europe.
But yeah, but that was like years ago, man. Is that still the?
Well, I think so.
Oh, once you get it, you never lose it. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Fuck AIDS.
Legacy. European capital of the world. No, Europe. Sorry. I think the world belongs to Rio de Janeiro or somewhere like that.
San Francisco, I'd say.
San Francisco's a good shout. Maybe that's
why do I know sort of top three gay cities? Well,
and you're also incredibly quick to bring that to the forefront there. So maybe we'll see.
Gay in disguise.
Could well be, mate. Could well be.
Devil in disguise. Anyway, digressing.
Well, before we fully go off subject, because we're now down this rabbit hole, before the next podcast, I would like you to research the gay capital of Europe currently and of the world, please. Officially, not from your own reasoning.
Yeah, no, sure.
Make a note of that, mate. I don't want you forgetting. Just write down gay capital.
Yeah, gay capital. Last Google search. What the fuck did you do?
Check his hard drive. Brighton.
Right, Brighton, Brentford. Yeah.
Brentford.
Quickly with this, in the last 3 outings between these two sides, Brighton haven't won a single one of them, actually, which is quite surprising.
That is quite surprising.
And I don't think they've scored either, because it's I think it was like 0-0, 0-0, 2-0 Brentford or something. So they're failing to score. Even though Brentford has won, they have just won the one, or 4-2 was it? 0-0 before that though.
It was 2-0.
2 games before that. Yeah. Anyway, but I don't expect something radical here really. So for me, with these two teams, Brentford keeps surprising us. For me, it's basically Sunderland, Brentford. They're doing much better than I think we both expected them to do. So, Brighton at home, looking to get in to somewhat of a 4 maybe. It's just it's a 0-0 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
for me, Brighton unbeaten at home in the Premier League this season. Um, including Man City, Tottenham, Newcastle, some
Yeah,
Liverpool.
keeps doing well against
Liverpool last season, but it's
yeah, but
three big games there where they've failed to.
yeah, but they keep doing well against the bigger teams, so to speak, bigger teams.
But Brentford,
But
like you
Brentford,
say, surprised us.
yeah,
Especially Keith Andrews, but again, they're very much up and down as well. These are two teams that
Welbeck as well. I think he didn't score last time out, I think, but I think he's like second or third in the
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
second or third in the exactly
Yeah. Top goal scorers
in the Premier
in the
League.
league
Yeah,
currently. Yeah,
yeah. Um, but and I mean, hey, Thiago is what, second or third in the charts as well for Brentford.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
Super respected. Yeah.
Igor Thiago. This is another one where I need to start picking winners. Well, I did. I picked Bournemouth in the last one, to be fair. I'm going to go 1-1 for this one.
1-1, good.
Yeah, I don't. Brentford's away form isn't fantastic. But again, it's not a game where they go into a Liverpool or they go into an Arsenal or a Man City. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm happy with that. We didn't really do too much of a review for the Brentford Palace game, so I'm not too sure how that played out, particularly if they were unlucky to, pick up a point and it should have been all three, or if they were lucky to get a point in the end. I don't know. I didn't see too much about that, so we'll see. But very interesting game, especially two teams kind of in the middle of the pack, but with the opportunity with a win, it takes them 3-4 places up.
It's so tight, yeah.
Very, very tight. So I expect it to be a close game either way, but I'm going for 1-1.
1-1. I'll draw at least then. 0-0 for me, as I said. Good.
Yeah.
Lovely. Moving on then to Fulham Sunderland. We're not traveling too far. Bournemouth, Brighton, and then going up to Fulham.
Lovely.
Yeah. Did you hear about Rodrigo Muniz? He needed surgery.
Oh.
So he's out.
Was this big blow, injury he had sustained kind of a few weeks back and he's just not shaking it, so he gets surgery, or can you?
I imagine so, because I didn't read about any new.
That's a bit of a shame for him, to be fair. Up against Sunderland, though, that's
interested to see, if they can keep it up now, Sunderland, after the international break, straight with an away game. For them, it's a big trip. It's not a big trip, but it's a long trip, yeah.
It's a long trip, but it's also a good game in terms of playing against Fulham. I'm just going to check the table, but I'm pretty sure Fulham are right down the bottom there. Yeah, 15th. It's a good game for them to come back from the
could be worse, yeah,
break that they've had. There are certainly worse games for them to come back into, and I'm of the assumption that it was only a handful of players that were maybe called for international duty, so the manager's probably.
But it's never a perfect time for an international break for teams who are so surprising everybody, and so they just want to keep going, keep
the matches coming.
Yeah, the momentum, without disruption. So
true, but on the same hand,
they didn't go away to on international duty. They still haven't played for 2 weeks.
True,
together.
But the nucleus of the squad, obviously Xhaka's been away and a few of the other boys have obviously been away. But for the most part, if you're keeping 60-70% of the boys on the training field at home, you can actually work on things. Whereas if, like, Liverpool, for example, they've probably got 85% of their squad away on international duty. You've got 7 players, first team players training. You can't work on anything realistically from a tactical perspective or from what you're trying to achieve. Whereas someone like a Sunderland, with all due respect, probably doesn't have 85% of their squad away on international duty. They can maybe work on some more different patterns of play, shape work, tactics, whatever, going into the Fulham game. And then obviously they just bring in someone like Granit Xhaka, who's been away for 2 weeks, who he'll pick up straight away. Do you know what I mean? He's a leader. He's very, very intelligent.
Exactly. Well, he's got the experience as well, so he's done this before. So,
listen,
but we need the upset somewhere. Yeah, well, we talked about upsets already, but I think we're sort of underestimating Fulham a little bit here. Now it looks like you are podcasting from heaven with the sunshine. That's lovely. AI, I believe. Right. Anyway, so I don't know. I sense a little bit of trouble waits for Fulham here for Sunderland, and also that they actually can come out with a decent result. So double chance for me for Sunderland score. Fucking, I don't know. Like a 1-0 nitty-gritty win, maybe.
1-0
Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what I reckon is that they just going into the game, keep it tight, and then go for. As I think beforehand, they are actually happy with a draw.
Sunderland.
Yeah, with considering coming back from the international break, away game, going down from Sunderland to Fulham, it's a long trip as well. So I think beforehand, I have with 0-0, or do you want to play the game? So I think they would take it. I'll take it if I was a Sunderland supporter. So if I was a black cat. But yeah, so 1-0 Sunderland for me.
Do you think if Sunderland do pick up 3 points, what does that mean for Marco Silva and his future at Fulham?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that something that comes into question?
Yeah, I think it has been up for debate already. But didn't the Fulham board go out, officially to, and back him? Wasn't it like
that's also
I
never
remember something.
Thing.
No, I just remember reading something about. I can't really recall, but
quite possibly, but it's never a great thing.
They haven't done very well, so it's been up, for discussion already. But then, it's against Sunderland, who's doing really, really well. And who would they then bring in? Who would they replace him with? That is also a better manager. Because it feels like this is the first time that his Fulham is not doing very well. This is the first time anybody's questioning him, I think. They've been doing decently before. Hasn't really been up for discussion before. So this is the first time, and yeah, you're just gonna. I believe in the long term. Just keep it managers for the long term. They should be in for the long haul. Do you know what I mean? And just things will straighten out. Things will come back. So yeah, it will be up for discussion, up for debate, I think. But yeah, that's where it's gonna stop. I think it's gonna stop at being just a discussion, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you in terms of him as a manager.
It's a good question. Yeah.
He who else is there to get for Fulham on the market at the moment that's a better manager than Marco Silva? But
also think of it. I'm just going, Marco Bizot.
I know it nearly slipped out when I was saying Marco. I was like, oh, hang on.
I could just feel it. Yeah.
We'll wait. Hold your horses. But yeah, so I don't know, but again, if they don't win, even with a draw for Fulham now, there's an opportunity for Brentford, Brighton, Palace, Everton. If they pick up wins, that gap suddenly from where they're in that cluster at the
Mm.
bottom now. They can sort of put themselves into a bit of a tricky situation to get out of, casting
Yeah.
a bit of adrift and pulling them right into that relegation fight. And now, listen, they're 2 points clear of 19th, so they're in a relegation fight as it stands.
Mm.
But with the manager they got, the squad that they've got, they shouldn't be in that situation. Whether they are long term or not is a different story, but we'll have to see. But if they don't pick up 3 points here this weekend, it's not an easy game. Obviously, it's Sunderland, they're in a great form, but it's one of those where you kind of, as a Fulham fan, you're expecting them to win, regardless of the form that Sunderland are in. It's a
Yeah. Obviously, people look at this and on paper, Fulham Sunderland, yeah, you sort of just automatically lean towards Fulham, I'd say.
Mm.
And I'm gonna have to look into. I don't know, look into the odds for Fulham. While I do that, you keep
Yeah,
chatting.
I'll give you my prediction while you search for the odds. I'm gonna go with, yeah, I don't know actually. I am gonna go with 8. Okay, you went 1 now. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like a fucking cobra. Needed to grab that one quickly.
Uh,
Did.
Now I feel like 2-0 Sunderland is a bridge too far. Let's go 2-1 Sunderland.
Sunderland. 217 at Fulham, 380 Sunderland,
Okay.
335 for the draw.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
I don't quite know how I feel about that. I feel like it's good value,
Nice.
obviously, on double chance for Sunderland or a Sunderland win. Say.
Yeah, it's either or for me. But it's why how come Fulham are favourites on the market?
I kind of expected it to be. I don't know. I would like it to be a little bit higher on Sunderland, as in like to find the real value there. But
It would have been the other way around.
3.38, 3.5. What did you say it was?
335 for the draw and 380 away win.
380. Yeah, so 380 on Sunderland to win. That's for me.
Let's make that double of fucking West Ham and Sunderland, man.
I was literally about to say, if you make that just a double there, you're probably looking at about 18 or so.
Yeah. 5.4 times 3.8, 20.5.
20 times the money on that.
It's
worth 50 crowns, mate.
so if you're gonna bet 50, you can just go for 100 then.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
we're not telling everybody to get into betting.
We're not telling those 7 people who are watching.
And even though we have a beer, you don't have to go out, smash yourself with alcohol. It's just a beer.
Yeah.
Relax.
Responsibly consumed and responsibly betting. That is the key to all of this, is responsibility. If you are struggling with any of this, then there are places to help.
Yeah, we are not one of them.
We certainly aren't, but we can have a good chat with you, and we'll certainly have a good back and forth about football. But
lovely, jubbly. Moving on then, up to Liverpool. Liverpool are taking on. They are hosting Nottingham.
Oh, time to right some wrongs, I should say. In more ways than one. Well, they lost to them last season, didn't they? At home.
Yeah, 1-0, and then Liverpool won 1-0 as well away to Nottingham. So
that was not a 1-0 for them though. I have to say, I watched that game. I watched both games. So they should have beaten at home, but yeah, I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win here. In poor form, 5 defeats in 6. had a nice little international break buffer to regroup. Like I said, everyone's been away, so not really much time to do anything on the training field per se. But it's a nice kind of break to you know, I
Much
guess.
needed one in many
Having
ways.
having said that though, thinking back, we said this at the last international break when they were coming into the Man United game, and
I
they
don't
lost that
recall.
one, off
Yeah.
coming off the back of one or two defeats previously. And we said it was a great time for them to have the international break to regroup a little bit, come in no better fixture than Man United at home to kick things back off.
Was
So
that draw? Yeah, no, they lost.
United won, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, like 2-0
So
on Maguire again. Fucking hell, he's a match winner.
fire! Yeah, but listen, I don't see anything. I've not seen enough from Forest yet under
No,
Dyche to be completely convinced he's the right man for that job. Um,
well,
and
he's a better man for the job than his
then Nuno,
predecessor. Hey,
better man for the job than Nuno.
uh, I don't know.
You made a statement, mate, and now you have to back it up
You
because
know, but wasn't what's his name? The Greek, the fucking Postecoglou.
oh yeah, sorry, I
He
completely
was
got the managerial
yeah, he
merry-go-round
was
wrong.
he's a better man on the job anyway. Seems like,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
experience from the Premier League and with the recent results as well. But also for me, anything other than a Liverpool win is obviously an upset. But that being said, Dyche has done quite well with his Nottingham, and with a change in management, we've been on this before. You call it the manager bounce, which I like that expression, and that's what we are seeing at Nottingham at the moment. So, and if we're still not counting the Porto and Bournemouth game, do you remember?
hmm
His two first games in charge, and the
hmm
Manchester United game, was that at home? I think it was at home, yeah, wasn't it?
hmm
2-2. Yeah, that was the first real debut for Dyche, and after that they've gone to Austria, away to Stuttgart, maybe? No, or
Yep,
was it?
it was
Uh,
indeed, mate.
Fucking fantastic. Came to a point there, and then just hosting Leeds, cruising to a 3-0, 3-1 win. Yeah, 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
Yeah, losing that one,
Mhm.
actually. But yeah,
Yeah,
turn around 3-1 through into that. So, and Liverpool looking for a much needed win to get things get things back on track. And as you said, Nottingham won it last year, so fucking going back and forth here, with the how is it gonna end, Robbie? When is it gonna end?
when's it gonna end, Robbie?
Merry fucking Christmas. No, right. That's obviously out. Bradley out.
What do you
Well,
mean?
not
Obviously out. Why is Verts out?
because why? Because I read the reports.
Yeah, but you said the words obviously, like.
Yeah, because we
Uh,
yeah because we yeah because we got the reports.
oh right, okay. Those reports that
Sorry.
you
Yeah.
sent to me that I should have read. That would
Just
never.
want to mention that Allison is back in contention.
Oh, that's very
That's
handy.
very interesting.
Will
A
not
good
play.
time. It's much needed. I think they've lost, like you said before. I don't remember what you said. Was it 5 out of 6 games they
Five and
haven't
six,
won?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
with
what
their
are you going? What are
goalkeeper.
you going for?
Oh mate, for tipset. For those who know what that is, I'm going for a Liverpool win or a Nottingham win. But 2-0 Liverpool. Yeah, okay, 2-0 Liverpool. Oh yeah. Well, sometimes that just happens. Same
It does,
result.
mate. I also wrote two down on your one because I thought it was my one, and I've crossed it out, and I should have just waited.
Mm. Yeah,
Now my
no,
paper looks
no worries.
messy.
Just okay.
So the OCD's kicking in a little bit here. And
Ooh,
palpitation starting soon.
just speaking to the right guy. Yeah.
I know. I know you can reason with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2-0. I'm happy with 2-0. Good. I'm glad.
Perfect. We're staying then, moving on and staying up in the northern parts of England. Wolverhampton taking on Crystal Palace. Now
Oh,
Wolverhampton with Rob Edwards, is it?
hold on. That's content. Let me take you back 2 steps, mate. That's contentious calling Wolverhampton the north of England.
Well, much more northern than London, mate, and that's and also we were down in the south there before, Bournemouth and then Brighton, headed up to Fulham, and then went up to Liverpool, and then we're sort of staying up there,
Okay.
you know.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll leave that up to the Wolverhampton faithful to let us know if they feel like they're in the north or not. I think they would choose to be in the north if the country was divided north and south, to be fair.
Okay.
To say they're in the north when they're quite clearly in the Midlands is phenomenal. Bit of geography from yourself there. But
And the phenomenal Black Country that is still
yes,
they
you're
are there. So
a fond follower. But yeah, new manager bounce, Rob Edwards coming in to his boyhood club.
quite a controversial move for him, I've read.
I was.
Can you walk us through that, please?
I can very quickly walk you through a lovely little video I saw of a fan doing the "Who is worse" kind of video meme. You see that?
No,
And
no, I haven't. But it looks.
and it was like, "Who is worse?" Like Joseph Stalin or whoever else it was. And
I knew
then
this was going to be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was basically like Rob Edwards, who's worse? Rob Edwards or Hitler? Rob Edwards. And it got to like the last one, and then it was like, who's worse, Rob Edwards or Jamie Carragher? And the Wolves said Jamie Carragher. But either way,
Nice, lovely banter.
not
Yeah.
Wolves fans, so Middlesbrough fans said that.
Yeah, brilliant.
But yeah, a lot of he obviously signed a contract in the summer at Middlesbrough. They rejected the initial approach from Wolves, and then he went and spoke to the owners and said, "Listen, I want to speak to Wolves." He's obviously got some kind of connection with the club, played there previously, and whatever else. So all the
This
best
guy
to him for it, but
Adrian Vivish now running things at Middlesbrough. Who is he? Vivish
how-
is that the pronunciation? Viveash.
now, if he's a past professional, he used to play for Oxford United, and I would be surprised if it's him. But
Oh, yeah.
let me just double check.
Oh, with that, yeah, but with that last name, I don't really
Hold on.
see anything other actually.
Yes, mate. 2002 to 2003, he made 11 appearances for Oxford United.
Oh, so it's like super young, or
Adrian Vivash. He's 56 now.
is it Vivash?
That's what we said back in the day when he played for Oxford. Adrian Vivash, but it's spelt Vish, so he'll have to come on the pod.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's Vive and Ash or Viv and Ish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You pronounce how you like until he corrects us, mate. But we used to say Vivash, AD Vivash.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say Adrian.
Well, we called him AD, so you've butchered that as well.
But his name's Adrian. Fucking digressing once again.
He was brilliant though, to be fair. Big old centre half. Put his head on fucking everything. But yeah.
Will Wolverhampton now get a win finally? Now with Rob Edwards.
Who are they
Was
playing?
it has been too short for him, or or is just Wolverhampton the squad? Is it just too not just fucking good enough to stay in the Premier League, or who's in fault here for Wolverhampton's 2 points? Is it?
Yeah.
2 points
2
still.
points.
Yeah.
I think the manager is obviously a massive issue in terms of didn't pick up the early season wins, kind of lost faith with the dressing room lost faith with him, I wouldn't say they're down tools or anything to pay for the manager, but I think it's much okay, very much so in a case where you're on the periphery of the first 11 and you're in a team that's losing 5, 6, 7 fucking games and you're still not getting you're still not getting it. You've got to start looking at the situation in terms of they must start having that doubt about the manager and I'm not saying they never give their all because every player plays to his fullest when they're playing, but it's that when you see clips of teams like Arsenal, there was a team the other Leeds, I think it was, who when they lose the ball and the other team on the break, you've got 8, 9 guys sprinting back, full gas. I don't think you saw that with Wolves because wasn't that same mentality once the manager's job was on the line essentially. That's one thing Rob Jones brings, or Rob Edwards, I should say, brings to it, that human element. I think it was very good. What are you laughing at?
Rob Jones, and you say Rob Jones, is that the ref?
Rob Jones, mate. He's actually.
They might fucking need the refs to go for things going their way.
Genuinely, he had a mic'd up situation.
Here we go.
With the video very recently that I saw of him going through. I can't remember what game it was. It would have helped to remember the game, but it was a game. I think it was Wolves that was involved because he sent off Amadou, the centre half, and basically the process he went through was actually very, very insightful and actually painted him in a very good light in terms of the way he explained things, the way he was like speaking to the players, and he said, "This is what I thought has happened, but listen, we're checking it. We'll get to the bottom of it. If I've made a mistake, they'll see it." And on corners, he was telling players, he was like, "It's not just my eyes on you. There's 6 of my mates watching you too. On the VAR basically because they're pulling each other on a corner." And I felt the communication side of things was fantastic. So anyway, that was Rob Jones. There's my little.
You rarely hear something bad about Rob Jones, to be honest. It's I haven't. Now that you mention this, I don't really.
Yeah, but he was the referee who pulled it back for the Chelsea Fulham game. Where Fulham broke away and scored.
Oh yeah.
He was that referee, and he got flack for that because he then was showed. The incident again. He was obviously talked into giving it to a foul for Chelsea.
I think I heard the mic'd up version actually. I don't really recall it, but I think I've seen it so many times.
But you just want a referee to, like we said many times before, take it on their back and be like, no, that's not. I still don't consider that to be a foul. If that doesn't meet the threshold of overturning this decision, I'm sticking with what I saw. Where I was.
Yeah, as long as sure.
So anyway, digress. Rob Edwards comes in, good manager. Speaks very well in the media. I think he's going to be very good with the players. I think this game comes a little bit early for him to pick up a win. To be honest, I think Palace are a fantastic side.
Is it a case of for Wolverhampton? It was sort of the same situation now for the Swedish for the Sweden international for fucking Sweden. Now that Graham Potter came in, and even though Thomasson just left, it wasn't really down to who came in. It was about who went out.
Yeah.
So that situation now I feel is applicable to Wolverhampton as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have just had an interim manager or whoever really, as long as the fucking trash is going out. So maybe. So I don't know if it will be down to Rob Edwards or if it will be down to not having. I can't remember his name. So the ex-manager now. Then yeah, exactly. Him there. So yeah, I don't know. So in the sense, you can look at it that that the ex-manager has been out now, and they're just breathing fresh air now within the group, and that plus Rob Edwards, who did well with Luton, was it up in the Premier League? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but I believe it's as much down to the ex-manager not being there anymore as much as is for Rob Edwards coming in. So it's like a double win here for Wolverhampton, I think. And an international break plus a manager change. Crystal Palace and Glasgow, I think, they should have quality enough to deal with this, I think. But it's a little bit tricky because you don't really know. Wolverhampton will get a win in the Premier League this season, but I'm just wondering where and when. And this you can put this in that bracket. Sort of, it might actually be this one. So I'm not ruling out a point at least. I'm just trying to look at it as positively as I can for Wolverhampton's part here. So yeah,
absolutely. But what I think that you made a great analogy about obviously the Swedish national team and Potter coming in, but I think in that instance Potter actually gets 2 free hits, essentially 2 games where he can experiment because he knows.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
He's come in to get the team qualified in March when those games are played. So he could use those 2 games to, sort players and whatever else. Whereas Rob Edwards has kind of come in and they got 2 points in the Premier League. If they lose any more games, they're going to be well adrift.
They are already.
But so he's up against it straight away. It's a home game to start with, which is good. The place will be rocking, new manager, new vibes, new,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So that will be on his side. He's a local boy by all intents and purposes, or an ex-player. So yeah, listen, why not? 1-0 Wolves for me. Why not?
1-1 Wolverhampton, and they. No, 1-1 Wolverhampton. No, 1-1 for me, but Wolverhampton, I think, will score just in the last dying seconds or in the last sort of injury time. They're gonna feel this fucking hell, we scored, we did it, and then they're gonna have that, look at that, the positives from that game, and then moving on to the next
Euphoria.
to the next, exactly. Can you just bring up here, we spoke about Jean-Philippe Mateta outside of the podcast. I overheard. Well, I didn't overhear. I wasn't eavesdropping on a fucking. But I also listened to another podcast, and they mentioned that. That Mateta has flopped this season. That's what they said. I cannot agree with that, but it's interesting that people see it this way because it was really surprising to me to hear that actually. And what
was their point of contention to say that he was a flop? What was their?
They were expecting more of him. That was the general thought between these 2 guys. So. Okay. What can you expect though? And where would Crystal Palace be without Mateta? And also they said that he's obviously reached his highest level of football, and I don't agree with that either because I can imagine. I mentioned to you like Chelsea or Arsenal. I don't know why I picked those 2 teams, but I did. I think he would do. I think he would fucking flourish in a bigger team and maybe go up to a little bit of a sort of higher level.
Yeah.
And I don't know based on what exactly are they. What are they basing this on? As you just question as well. I don't. Why is he flopped? Why? How?
Well, listen, I don't think he has.
No, me neither.
I don't understand the assertion that he has.
I looked it up actually, and where would Crystal Palace be without Mateta's sort of contribution when it comes to, regarding points that he's made.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are on 17 points.
Mm-hmm.
They would be on 14, just 3 points. But that's based on his decisive contributions. With goals or points, I think.
Has he not scored any game winners then?
Yeah, at least one, I think.
Because he obviously
Oh,
got a hat trick
he
against
has scored
Bournemouth.
the equalizing goal for 3 games. Three more, without his contributions, regarding
But
points, assists and goals. I think that is so.
hold on,
They would be a 14 instead of 17.
hold on, hold
Oh.
the bloody phone, Mister.
Hmm.
Right here, right now. First of all, they wouldn't have a Community Shield because he scored in that game and they won 3-2.
Yeah, which
But
wasn't
they
considered
drew
when.
and they won on penalties, but they wouldn't have the Community Shield because they would have lost it because he scored the.
Yeah, and obviously, he's also contributing to the team as such. Do you know what I mean?
The overall play.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at purely Premier League now, I'm just bringing it up now.
Hmm.
He scored 3 against Bournemouth, so that's a
Yeah,
point.
exactly. Yeah, fucking hat trick, mate. Yeah.
That's a point. He also scored against West Ham away. If he hadn't have scored, they would have drawn that game. So that's 2 points he's secured for them in his goal contribution, technically. So that's 3 points. The Community Shield you can throw in there as well, because, like I said,
Just need to say that was not in the calculations that I made,
no, but that should be in a
because this was
calculation of,
solely on the Premier League. So
yeah,
yeah, but yeah,
but
go on.
but that set them up to begin the Premier League season in a way with confidence, in a way with, we've just won another trophy to push them, to kick them on. So listen, he's not been prolific in the sense of he's scoring every week because he scored those 3 goals against Bournemouth and it's kind of skewed.
No, I'm not saying that, but it's still not a flop, is it?
Not by any stretch. And listen, what he brings to the team, irrespective of goals, in the way that he plays, and he brings other players into the game
Sure.
in his overall play,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And to say he's at his ceiling at Palace is ridiculous to me.
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree with you in terms of, I think he'd be a fantastic
It's strange because I
Man
usually
United.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if Man United signed him and played Mbuemo and Cunha off of
Yeah, sure.
like Mateta would be ridiculously good for them. And he'd be getting them into Champions League football and European football, etc.
Better option than Cesco, in my book. But yeah,
100%. As of right now, obviously, there's a lot of potential in Sesko, but as of right now,
sure.
Anyway,
so
I'd happily take him at Arsenal as well as a
yeah,
option.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So no, I don't agree with that whatsoever. And whoever said that is an absolute.
And I don't want to mention the podcast anyway, so I don't want to. I'm not saying they're wrong. It's just
You are.
they are though, yeah. So it's just interesting to be on such different places on the spectrum, regarding this. So it's just surprising though. Whatever, yeah.
So,
anyway, So Wolverhampton Crystal Palace. What are we going for?
I've
1-1 we said, and
you've
you
gone
went
for 1-1.
Yeah, okay. Moving on then to the late kickoff, which is actually just the one on the Saturday. We for the last 2 or 3 Saturdays, or 2 maybe, it's been a 8 p.m. kickoff, 9 p.m. in Sweden. But now we're settling for the 6:30 or 5:30 kickoff here for up at St James's Park, mate. Newcastle United taking on Manchester City.
Beautiful. This would have been a lovely game.
Saturday night, St James. It will be fucking. Yeah, it'll be fucking
Slightly early.
fireworks.
If this was the 8 o'clock game for us, or was it 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock was it?
Yeah, well, you're in England, so yeah.
Yeah, but it is 9 o'clock, isn't it, for us in Sweden? But it would have been 8 for me. But well, I'll be back in Sweden by then. But anyway,
Sure.
irrespective,
Hmm.
that would have been perfect if it was a late game under lights, St James's Park. Oh, but
Yeah, but the 5:30 to 6:30 game is that's enough. That's
enough
enough under
now.
the
Yeah, I mean it'll
floodlights.
be
Yeah,
dark, and it be dark. We're in winter now, nearly, so be dark by
yeah.
then. Oh, it's a big
So
one.
I
Big
can't
one.
see Newcastle not scoring. And Baltimore, mate, this is the reason for your purchase. Not for your purchase, but this is why Newcastle fucking bought you.
Hmm.
You've been scoring now, somewhat of a dry spell in the last couple of games. You haven't really scored, so uh,
He scored on his midweek. Oh, midweek scored on his international break, I think.
yeah, I
Scored
think he
three,
scored.
mate. Scored three in the
Yeah, I
international break.
yeah, doesn't help Newcastle a lot, does it? So,
It does,
but
mate. Confidence.
yeah, confidence, sure. I think he scored for Germany in the last international break as well.
Yes, I'll check for you now, mate. He did, yeah. And then he scored in the very next game for
Mhm.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
So
but anyway, so needs
take
to
that invite
yeah,
and smoke it.
but it's really just Baltimore who's that to call it a spear, like the tip of the
Spearheading. Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but I don't know. I just feel for this game that Newcastle will score. I think still Manchester City will win because they are the better team, obviously. But still, it's just a little something always going up to St James's Park Saturday night, and the
1-1.
twelfth man, the 12th man.
12th man, the referee.
Mhm.
Uh, what are you going for then?
3-1 Manchester City.
Oh, after all that hype,
Yeah,
got to
I'm
the
really trying to.
crescendo of like,
I just felt it. Yeah, yeah. But
no, mate.
I just felt it now in my body that I actually might like a 1-1. But then Manchester City will. No, I don't know. Holland maybe he's been out drinking for a week now, taking Norway to the World Cup for the first time in 28 years. And he's not in form. 1-1 I'm going for. 1-1.
He's not in form.
Now he will not be in form for
Oh,
this game because he's been out drinking,
glad you
eating
clarified that, mate.
hamburgers, eating hamburgers. You see that? He bought the whole team hamburgers. You see that? Yeah.
No, I
No, he
didn't.
did anyway. Newcastle Manchester City 1-1 for me. Boom.
By the
Locking
way,
in.
very quickly, I've gone 1-1 as well, but very quickly, I'm
I
going to
did.
say very
I can
quickly
help.
though,
Yeah.
that was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Norway beat Italy
Oh,
4-1 when they didn't need to win, and they were just like, "Nah,
yeah,
we'll
Italy. Yeah.
boss this. We'll win. Don't matter, and we'll do it in a way where we embarrass them." Do you know what I mean? Like that was very impressive. 8 for 8.
Masterclass. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 out of 8 for them. Fantastic. Great to see them at the World Cup as well. Hopefully Sweden can join them, but it'll be very difficult
It will be. Yeah.
to be honest. But you never know. We'll see. What can Harry Potter do? Moving on to Leeds on the Sunday.
Yeah, that's the 3 p.m. kickoff or the 2 p.m. kickoff, depending on where you are.
Or it could be the 1 a.m. kickoff if you're in
It
bloody
could, mate. It
Mumbai
could,
or
mate. But
something. Like.
let's just fucking keep it to England, Sweden, shall we?
Okay, a little bit of
Mm,
racism creeping in there.
but yeah, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Sound like a teenage girl. Go on.
Right. No. I think I just think that Aston Villa will be too tough for Leeds.
Too tough for
Uh,
Leeds. Too tough for
yeah,
Leeds. What are you going
can't
for?
really can't really see them taking anything from here, but um, I don't know yet.
Well, I'm
Like a
asking you, mate.
3-0 Villa.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, but we've mentioned in more or less every podcast that it's at home. The newcomers will have first and foremost try
Hmm.
to take the 3 points
Yep.
and to get to get their wins, and it seems like the 12th man provides that little bit of extra push that they need.
Hmm.
I don't know. I actually have a note here saying I don't know if I'm rushing to conclusions here, but if this would have been on the Saturday, say the early game, I could see Leeds snatch a point. Actually, it's because they drink, and they drink, and the Leeds people will be primed and ready for lunch kickoff with the Fosters flowing.
But they're not ready for a 2 p.m. kickoff, which gives them
No,
an
on a
hour and a half
Sunday night.
extra beer
But this,
involved.
but that would have been on the Saturday then, obviously. So this is on the Sunday. It's not really the same vibe,
So
is
you're
it?
saying
So,
there's no culture in the Sunday drinking. Okay, yeah, wow.
oh yeah, it's just,
Wow.
and just want to stress that a little bit. I don't know if I'm rushing to conclusions. Maybe I am. So yeah, I probably am. So anyway, it's just a fun little note. I thought anyway. But yeah, no, 3-0 for Villa. I think Leeds are. Yes, I mean they have the support of the 12th man in regards of Ellen Road, but Sevilla, yeah, it just they know that they can score goals. Having uh,
Mm.
having won Bournemouth, having won away. No, was it away to Bournemouth? No, or was it home to
No, is that
Bournemouth?
home?
4-0. They're gonna keep that momentum going, scoring goals. I think, and Leeds will not be. They will not have the quality enough for me. Or do you want to try and change my mind?
No, I am going for 2-0 Villa, so I'm not changing anybody's mind out.
Lovely. Shall we move on to the?
To the big one.
Yeah, so Arsenal Tottenham. I don't have any notes because you're in England. You're you you know you're supposed to give me the you know how's the prepping, how's the vibe, how's fucking everything
Dead.
for said dead.
Dead, mate. I'm in Oxford, so miles
Good.
from London.
Yeah.
So the vibe right now
Nobody's
is
warming up. Nobody's warming up outside your
non-existent.
window there. Or
But no, listen, I've seen reports, there's a tifo from the fans that's going up, which has been funded by the club, fan led. So that'll be good. I've seen the Ashburton Army are preparing, I should say, a walk to the ground, making noise. It should be a great atmosphere. It should be a great game. Obviously, slight kind of, issue, or not issue, but slight problem for us is Gabriel's injury. How do we fix that? How do we change that? I think Arteta's not really a man who makes more than one change to a team. So I think Calafiori starts at left back. He should be fine after being kind of precautionarily sent home from Italy.
Yeah.
So I think Hincapié comes in and plays centre half with Saliba. I'd like to see Mosquera. I was talking to my old man the other day about if we get an injury in the back line. I hope it's Saliba by any means, but of Saliba and Gabriel.
He's also Goon, is he?
Yeah, he is. My granddad was a season ticket holder as well, so they've fully fledged Gooners. But because I rate Mosquera as probably our third best centre back behind Gabriel and Saliba, so I'd love him to come in, but I don't want him to come in on the left side. I don't want to shift over Saliba and then bring him in.
Yeah.
It's that
good thinking, yeah.
Complexity. So if Saliba was out, I'd be, Mosquera comes in, no problem. But because it's the left side, I think Hincapié is the best solution. I actually think Calafiori is probably the best solution there, and play Hincapié at left back or Miles Lewis-Skelly. But Arteta doesn't play, or he doesn't like to make too many changes for one position, positional change. So I think it's going to be Hincapié straight like for Gabriel, and see what happens.
Very interesting that moving Calafiori into the centre back position.
I mean, it is technically his strongest position, but he usually plays in a back three. He doesn't play it so much as in a back two, so it would be kind of going against the grain of somewhat. But I think we're blessed at the moment with kind of 8 solid defenders we can choose from. It's just
Sure.
it's just that thing where we're blessed with the depth, but at the same time, Gabriel and Saliba are just that far ahead. I think that it's a big step to them. We've got 8 great defenders, but those two are kind of in a sphere on their own at the top
Yeah.
of the defenders. We've got phenomenal defenders to come in, but just such is the level of those two that they're not quite there. I don't think it's going to bring the overall level down dramatically. I think we're going to be better in terms of the build-up play. Gabriel gets a lot of stick for his on the ball qualities. He's been much better the last couple of seasons, to be fair to him. But I think in Hincapié we're going to see that more, and maybe we become more fluid in that sense. So maybe it's a great thing for this game in particular. Especially, I feel like Spurs will maybe try and come and press early doors, try and stifle. Because Arsenal want to get control of the game and a hold on the game. So we'll see. But for me, it's going to be a great game, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Always love the North London derbies, and for the neutrals, it tends to be a very good game to watch in terms of goals and cards,
Sure.
and the rest of it.
Oh yeah, sure. I just hope that the referee is not in the, not. I just don't want the referee to be in the center of attention. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Just let it be football, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. So,
But to your point though, very quickly, sorry mate, it's Michael Oliver, first game back, reffing the Arsenal since his controversial red card of Miles Lewis-Skelly at Wolves. So that'll be interesting. An interesting dynamic added to this game, where you're saying don't make it about you. He's the one referee that does like to make it about himself. So
yeah.
We will see.
Very interesting to say the least. Yeah. So, in terms of score, what do you reckon?
Oof.
Final score, that is.
Final score.
I want to hear you say the halftime score as well. So that's a bonus.
I'm going to go with 1-1 at half time, 4-1 Arsenal final result. I think I've read reports that we're going to have a fairly strong bench. A few of the boys that have been injured recently are going to be fit enough to be on the bench. So I think that second half push, shall we say, will lead us to a 4-1 win. Listen, I'm not taking anything away from Spurs. I just think that they have been. They're not. Then if man for man, they're not as good as Arsenal. As much as I'm biased and all the rest of it, they're not on the same level. So at home as well, if we can play the way we want to play and not play the occasion, then I think they come out, winners. But again, got to be careful. Referee, first and foremost, is someone who likes to make things about himself, as we mentioned. So don't give him any opportunities to, get the cards out early or red card or anything like that. Stupid, and just play the game. And I think we do. I never predict quite like this for Arsenal in terms of when we play a rival or a big game, but we're due to give someone a Tonkin, and I no better game in this one, to be honest.
Right. Okay. Good. I have 2 results in my mind. I can't really decide. It needs to come to me. 2-0 at halftime. 2-0 also final result.
Ooh. Spurs or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Okay. Just have to clarify, mate.
No, well, it's crystal clear from here.
Crystal clear. I'm going to put that
2-0 half time, 2-0 full time. FullTime15.
Full-time
Time.
15
Right, we are. It sticks with you, yeah.
It is, mate. It's brilliant.
Right, Manchester United, Everton. Moving on to the Monday game.
Monday night.
Monday
Wow.
at Manchester United. Yeah,
Home win for me.
Chesko will be out injured.
He will.
That's my view.
To be fair, home win I just said, but something about
Well,
Moyes.
there's your first sort of initial gut feeling. So you should stick with that.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll stick with it.
Hmm.
Sticking with it.
I haven't checked the facts, but doesn't it feel like Everton they've caused trouble for Manchester United before? No, bogus by any means, but I can't. For this game, I can't really write them off, and it's mostly due to the international break that just finished,
Mm-hmm.
and Chesko out. Maybe that's a blessing actually for Manchester. We're trying to be biased here. No, not biased. Sorry, the other way around. So I always want Manchester United to lose. Sorry, so I'm looking for things to speaking against them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to be a goal fest for me by any means. So it's like a 1-0 Manchester United, 1-1 maybe, tops 1-1.
What are you going for? Shoot for an answer.
1-1. 1-1. It's going to be David Moyes there, just using his experience against Amorim in the Premier League. So, yeah, 1-1 for me. Grealish scoring against his former rivals, so to speak, when he was in Manchester City. So, yeah.
Absolutely, mate. I can see Moisey doing a knee slide down the touchline, last minute, 1-1 equaliser. Knee sliding down at Stretford end.
Yeah.
Esque.
There you go. I think that's all 10.
That's all 10, mate. I'm going 3-1 United, just for the purposes of fairness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that is all 10.
Who are the goal scorers? Who'll be the goal scorers then?
Mbuemo will get 2. I'll have your man Cunha, and Jack Grealish will provide an assist for Beto for Everton. And if that exactly happens as that, mate, then
you need to go ahead and do the bet, mate.
Then
that bet together with Sunderland and West Ham, you got a nice little odds there.
Beautiful. I'm just making a note of West Ham Sunderland.
Yeah. For the weekend. Well, I think that's it.
That wraps it up, mate.
At least, yeah.
Another week, another one done.
Match week 12, yeah.
Lovely. Back on Monday morning for the review show.
Yep. And I'll look up the gay cities, the gay capitals of the world for you.
Thank you, sir. Important. Very important, it must be said.
Yep.
I'll leave you with that. Sign off for another week.
Stick around for the song, eh?
Stick around for the song, please. It's a beauty, mate. It's a beaut.
All right, mate. Talk to you
easy, mate.
over the weekend, yeah.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.